Hello. All right, let me get adjusted here. Okay. There it is. Okay. Okay. Here we are. Happy Wednesday, everyone. I'm getting major glare with my glasses, which I kind of need tonight because I have a lot of things to read and rattle off here. A lot. I made some notes. Hi, Jetta. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Wednesday Night Live. So I may drop these glasses in a moment, but I'm going to try to hang in there. I have notes and a pen. I'm going to do complete housekeeping today. And housekeeping meaning just kind of go through all the things that are still on the calendar or that are on the calendar for the rest of the year. We're not quite at the half year mark, but there's so many things that are happening, and I wanted to talk about them and also allow the audience to jump in here and ask any questions that you may want to ask. Yeah, how are you, Jetta? Welcome. Thanks for jumping on. I will get into some of those things in a short bit. So, this is Michelle for Casa Elm Wind Down Wednesday. There's so many things going on this week. Hi, Vaughn. How are you? We're looking forward to you coming to Casa Elm soon. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Buenas noches. It is buenas noches for you. It's still 6 o'clock for us. But yes, I know you're on the East Coast over there doing your thing. So tonight, I thought it was kind of important to just kind of regroup. I realized that there are so many things happening, and I wanted to talk about that. So before I get into everything, I wanted to say, this is Michelle. I live in San Miguel de Allende, which is located in central Mexico. I help people that are interested in moving to San Miguel, mostly, or central Mexico. We provide a whole relocation, soft landing experiences here at my guest house, which is Casa Elm, and you can find us online if this is your first time here and you haven't heard of us before. It's Casa Elm, ELM.com. That's Casa, C-A-S-A, ELM.com. We are located in the city of San Miguel de Allende. We have been here for over 2 years, and I've lived in San Miguel, Mexico for 6 years. June is actually going to make my 6 year anniversary, so I'll have to do something to celebrate. Hi, Federica, thank you. I had to get my hair game together. I took out my crochet braids, and it's so incredibly hot right now that I went in my hair box. I was saying today to one of my friends, I said, I really do miss, not being able to just kind of go to a hair shop and come up with something creative in a spiffy and just, buy what we need and keep it moving. So in saying all of that, I went digging around, and this is what I came out with, right? So I hope it lasts because it's so hot here, and I don't have a relaxer, so I have my hair gets really frizzy and stuff like that. But anyway, it's not a complaint, it's just what it is. So what did I want to start with? The weather. I want to talk about the weather here because I feel like this is the first year that it's been this hot, right? Again, we are in Mexico, and I know a lot of people think all of Mexico is blazing, but to be honest, it's not. San Miguel is kind of one of those towns that happens to be kind of a good balance throughout the year. You know, if you like it, if you prefer it cold, you can get a little bit of that. If you prefer it hot, you can get a lot of that right now. But it always kind of has a nice moderate temperature throughout the year between the hours of like 10 and 4 typically. This is considered their summertime, and that's like April, May, pretty much going into June at this point. Thank you so much, Jetta. I just saw your comment. Thank you. I appreciate it. And it's been like blazing hot, like literally, I feel like my cheeks are tingling right here because yesterday I was out doing some errands and things, and I've never been like the sunblock wearing person. I don't make the best efforts in regard to this. But I was out and then I just, I wasn't like laying out in the sun. I went to run a few things, got my kiddo, the car was so hot, whatever. And I feel like constantly dehydrated. So I literally, there's no wine down tonight, wine. I have 3 different glasses, one with water and lemon and a little bit of electrolyte, the powder version, just a little. So I don't like that. I don't know. I don't like the flavor, but I know that part of that flavoring is kind of the salty thing that I don't care for in a drink. And then I have another cup with cayenne pepper, which clearly doesn't help the temperature inside my body, but I know it's good for me. So I'm just doing these 3 things. And I had a whole bunch of suggestions yesterday when I posted this on Facebook from people. So thank everyone. If you happen to be watching this on a replay, there were so many great ideas on there. So I'm going to definitely get out there and try some of, especially the one that Azizi gave me with using nopales, I think the cactus plant. There are like some benefits there. But I typically drink a decent amount of water. I should really drink more. I like mineral or club soda, with nothing in it. I just like the bubbles. But honestly, I've been waking up, even now, like my mouth just feels constantly dry. My skin is dry. I keep trying to moisturize, and I use a mix of different things. So I'm really, really hoping that this rain will come sooner here than later because we need it. Like my grass is crunchy, and I'm not going to water over the top because, I'm being mindful of the fact that if the water is drying up in other parts of Mexico, it's definitely drying up here because we haven't had rain for months. So, yes, we don't live at the beach, so it is what it is. You said oh, yes. Okay, yes, Michelle. I'm going to really get into all of that. Hi, Iona. Oh, gracias. I wish you were here too. I miss you all so much. April left a few days ago. So Iona and April did my Piece Not Pieces. As you know, if you were here last week, we did a live recap of that particular retreat. And we have so many things going on in the next couple of months. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into those things. And you guys have questions for me about San Miguel or anything like that, you are welcome to ask them over here in the chat. And I will get to those. Tonight, I really wanted to take some time to just kind of focus on our upcoming things because I'm realizing we're just a few weeks away from halfway through the year already, halfway through 2024, you all. I mean, and it's been a great year. I feel like, no matter what's going on, no matter how challenging things can be or get sometimes, it's still the joy of being here for myself, living here, and just kind of figuring things out, kind of taking the puzzles apart, and just having like those really amazing moments where I feel extremely blessed to be able to be a part of so many lives. So, and for you all to keep coming here on Wednesdays and, hanging out, hanging out with me on my Wednesday night adventures. Okay, so yes, I am going to talk about redefining life abroad summit. I'm going to talk about it all. So I'm going to try to just kind of go, and I'll probably be looking at my phone a bit so I can kind of go through each month and just go down the list, because there are things that are happening that are via Casa Elm, and there are other things that are happening with other people that will either be through Casa Elm. There's the summit. There's just stuff, okay? So I'm gonna try my best not to forget anything. So I wanna start with saying your best resource, if you happen to be watching this later, your best resource for finding out what's happening is going to be at casaelm.com events, okay? So when you go to casaelm.com, just click on the hamburger menu and then you click events and you just scroll, right? It's also on the homepage. It's on the Casa Elm homepage. Just scroll through there. We're adding things all the time and you can kind of see what's there. There are some free things. For example, there are a couple free webinars that are going to be for this week's announcement, which is we're finally officially going to be doing a meetup in San Miguel. So this is not a meetup that is just for people to come to my house. It's a meetup in San Miguel, same concept that all people are doing. I credit this meetup concept to Rashida and Stephanie. I've had several people ask me, when are you going to do a meetup in San Miguel? So here it is, right? It's happening in October of this year. It's going to be October 24th through the 28th. So if you, once again, we're going to go down the line and say what each thing is that's coming up and how many spaces are left or not for some of those things. So if you are interested in any of them, go ahead and get your space reserved. So this tonight is going to be, again, housekeeping. Again, if you have questions about SMA, you feel free to ask them. But because it's just kind of like this right now, at least in my brain, I wanted to kind of go through everything, give everyone a chance to just kind of hear it from the grapevine. So I will get to the summit once I get past the next couple of months. Okay, so for May, this year's been super busy. It's been amazing. The sabbaticals have been a hit, I have to say that. So I added a sabbatical for the summer because summer is a little slower for San Miguel. It's not our high season. People think somehow that it is, but contrary to that, it's not. It starts slowing down here like around now, May, probably the end of May, and then people start coming back in the fall. So people start coming back in September. So I went ahead and added the sabbatical because I've had so many people ask me about the sabbatical. So we will continue doing the sabbaticals. We were sold out in March. I'm 50-50 sold out in June. I have like a few weeks in June where there is some space open, but then yesterday someone booked like a portion of that, and the first week in June is our June relocation tour. So if you are interested, I have literally one space left, and I think it comes open, I think it's the 15th of June until maybe mid-July. I have a few people that are going to be here staying during that time. So during the sabbatical, we let you relax for the most part. We gather when we feel like it to have some food. There's some yoga that's included in that. There's some excursions. You can see everything again at the website. So check that out. This is happening in June. This is an add-on because it was so popular, and I believe we have 2 weeks of a sabbatical left and open in October with only one space. So if you're interested, like I said, book it. It's a small deposit, and then you have a few months to pay the balance. And if anything happens online and doesn't work for you or something comes up, sometimes people have some challenges and they'll write us and then we'll help you with that. So this month for May, for the next couple of weeks, I'm having a little downtime. I had someone ask me about relocation tour and I'm like, yeah, tour in June, but they're going to be here in May. So I also do custom tours, but it all kind of depends. It depends on the circumstance. And I'm just saying it like this couple of weeks coming, it's still a little bit slow here. And I'm going to do housekeeping also at my house and just kind of get some things done, get some things organized, actually work on the calendar for 2025. So you should hopefully see that within the next 1 month or so. But we do have this month, I am going to host on May 20th a webinar for the October meetup. So at the webinar, you'll be able to ask questions about, and it's free, okay? So if you're curious about what we're gonna be doing, please join us. It is going to be really cool. And yeah, it's gonna be fun, So, hi Carla, hi Iona. Oh, that's a good question, my dates check. I'm gonna check, I'll check. That's a good question, I'll check. Welcome Carla, how are you? So basically, we will be talking about the October meetup. That is the focus, to just give people some insight, give them some direction on places that they can stay. We have at the house 3 to 4 VIP passes, which includes the whole thing. So you get accommodations picked up. It's just kind of like the kid club version, or you can buy a general admission ticket. Both tickets are available on Casa Elm's website, okay? So if you wanna book a space or you wanna buy a ticket for just a general admission, I say go there and do it. I'm only selling 25 because it's kind of like, I do meetups every month here in San Miguel for the people who live here or people who are traveling and visiting and they wanna pass through. And they're always a success. They're amazing, they're fun. I like the concept of it being a little more intimate. So this is a meetup for less than 30 people. In terms of the weekend, I want it to be very manageable and I actually want us to get to know each other a little bit. And there's gonna be 3 days of activities that are going to be included in the cost. So Friday is going to be a welcome reception on a fabulous rooftop somewhere. And closer to the date, like I said, we'll see what the weather is and, the questions people have in regard to packing and things like that, what to wear, how to dress. Saturday, we're going to do a cultural walking tour through San Miguel, and then we'll allow you all to mingle and socialize with each other and go hang out. There's so much to do in this fabulous city. We will provide kind of recommendations and a guide for anyone. I suggest if you plan to come to do a little research before you get here, and if you really think, oh, San Miguel looks really amazing, stay a couple extra days and explore on your own or do some things, that you want to do in the surrounding area. And on Sunday, we're planning to have an all-white dress brunch at a local vineyard. There are so many beautiful vineyards here, and there are several that do a Sunday brunch, which allows you to eat as much as you want. And it's really classy, and it's just a beautiful, there are multiple beautiful venues. So closer to the date, we will make the announcement of exactly what rooftop and exactly which vineyard, but this is the 3-day agenda. And yeah, you buy your general admission, those things are going to be included. You can see the details at Casa Elm's website as well. So you can go ahead and check that out. In regard to the webinar, once again, when you come on, we'll have like more fine details for you at that time. So that's going to be happening on, let's see, I believe that's May. Yes, wait, let me just double check. No, the first webinar for that is actually June the 3rd. Okay, that's a Monday at 6. I usually do my webinars on Mondays at 6 my time. So if you're not sure what time zone I'm in, just Google it, Central Mexico time. That's because we don't honor daylight savings, so it changes by 1 hour depending on the time of year. So you just have to check that out. Yeah. Okay, and then on, let me see, I'm pulling this up for you. On, hold on a second. Okay. On the 20th of May, that was what I was supposed to start with, we're going to do another live relocation webinar. The webinars that I do, and I do these multiple times out of the year. Why these dates come up is we usually do them a few weeks before the in-person relocation tour starts. So because we have a tour starting on June the 3rd, I believe, 2nd or 3rd, we then will give our participants the opportunity once again to come in, ask questions, what to expect, things like that. But it's a great time for anyone who's interested in doing a future tour or just interested in San Miguel. It's a great opportunity to join in and ask some generic basic questions. This isn't going to be like a consultation. It's just to kind of inform and fill in anything that people may want to know about before they travel or just want to know more about the tour itself. So that's happening on the 20th. So if you're interested in that, you can also go to the same place and register. Our relocation tour in June is, I think we have 1 or 2 spaces still open right now, I believe. June is going to be a little slower in regard to that tour. So if if it's not, what's the date today? May 8th. If it's not too short a notice, then yeah, maybe you can come. So check it out and you can see what's what. Let's see here. There will be another webinar in, let's see, when is this one? Okay, yeah, that's June 3rd. Okay, and then the summer sabbatical. All right, so let's talk about that. Yes, Federica, October will be awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I have to say this, our meetups, our regular monthly meetups, I'm saying regular because we do them every last Sunday of the month. They're fantastic, okay? Last week, Sunday, we went to, not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before, the last Sunday of April, we went to a place called Nirvana, and we had maybe around 20 people or so that, maybe around 20 folks, let me turn my dinger off, sorry, that signed up for this and came out, and it was so lovely. And we went to a venue that was a little bit outside of Central, but it was just amazing. It was in a town called Atontonico, and the next one is also going to be in the same town at Mamma Mia's Campestre, because there's a Mamma Mia's in Central, and then there's Mamma Mia's Campestre, and it's outdoors. It's under all these beautiful mesquite trees, and some people use mesquite to do like barbecue things because it gives like that nice flavor. Well, you don't smell this outside necessarily under the trees, but it is just such a beautiful venue. And so this year with the retreats, I'm sorry, with my meetups within the community, because these are like the folks that live here all the time. We get together once a month. I'm trying to get people to come outside and do things outside of Central because it's such a beautiful city. And I think most people think, oh, Central, everything's right here. No, it's amazing. There are vineyards, there are places like there's one called Barrica de Fuego. We went there last year and people were just like amazed. And I thought, if you don't have a car, I guess they're not making an effort to really leave. So this year I'm trying to make it a little bit more fun, trying to do some things that are outside the city. So I'm saying this because for the October meetup, the intention is to kind of give you a little bit of each of those things, right? It's to give you a taste of Central, right? That's the walking tour, the rooftop experience, and then to take you out to these grounds that are just really fabulous and chic. Yeah, it's just really beautiful. Like one of the vineyards that I really enjoy going to looks so much like Italy. The times that I've been to Italy and just kind of going out where it's like wine country and like the tall, I don't know what kind of tree that is, but like a pine, but the ones that just kind of go straight up. So there's so many like places like this, and I want to share that with you. So even though maybe your idea is not to necessarily move to San Miguel, I want to share like all the different things that I find super special here. So I go off on my little tangents. Anyway, with the summer sabbatical, we have that starting pretty much June the 17th, and it goes through July 21st. Because the summer, like I said, it's a little slower. It's rainy season. It's going to be greener. I can't wait. And it's lovely. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's just really lovely. It's raining, but not an all-day rain, right? For me, when I think of rain, sometimes I think of New England, where it can rain like all day, it's dreary, and then it rains the next day, whatever. Here, it's like kind of more like Florida, or the Caribbean, where you get that bum rush of rain at a specific time of day and then the sun comes back out. It's kind of that same concept. So this is a great time, I think, as well, to have the experience of being in San Miguel. It's not going to be too hot, but it's still summertime. And experiencing the rainy season for me is special because things really start to just turn so beautiful. So I know, like I said, I think we have one space left. We may have two, depending on the dates. It might be more so in the month of July. So you can reach out to us for that if you're interested. And we are typically doing 15 or 30-day stays, but we are a little flexible. I think we have one of our guests, she's actually staying for 6 weeks, so that'll be cool. And then following that, let's see, what month are we in? We're going to be in July. Okay, so there's not a whole lot going on in July, so that's good. Good. Let's see here, more info. Okay, so we're going to jump into August. All right. Hi, Frances. Hi. She is here. She is. Thank you. See, I'm glad I have my glasses on. Oh, thank you so much. She has been here 3 times, and she is officially someone who can come in and out of Mexico because she is now officially official. Telling her business. Yes, Frances is here, and I have to give the story for those who don't know, and then I'll get back to the agenda. Frances was one of my first 3 ladies that came through with Pat and Pilar. And if you've seen my videos or if you've followed me for these years, they were my angels. They still are, right? I'm still in touch with them. And when I think about it, it was just such a thrill to be blessed with their presence for that first entry into this thing that I do. And I say thing that I do because it's more than a guest house space for me. It really is. We talk about this a lot. It is spiritual. It's a space that I feel creates a lot of healing in so many ways, from the things that maybe we didn't even know we needed to be healed from. And they came through, and I remember we cried. They cried on their own. I cried with them. They prayed for me, and I was so I was a different person then in so many ways, and I say that not what's the right words? Yeah, I feel like tonight I'm just kind of like, Anyway, I say that meaning I've grown, I've changed. And last week we were talking about growth and we were talking about evolution. I've talked about this particular evolution that I've gone through in these few years, but in the past year, having the women's retreats and the things that keep coming to me each time. I just feel like I'm bursting with so much like joy right now because I've been here, living here full time since summer of last year, and I've had so many amazing women come back and stay with me in just even this short period of time. Now, all the folks that helped me prior, Brianna was amazing. Okay, I miss my Brianna. So when I say my Brianna, she started with me, and it was such it was a blessing, to say the least. And and then it was time for the baton to be passed on to me, but I sort of pushed back on it a little bit, not because of any reason. It was more life circumstances and just kind of the things that were happening in those moments. And then I just kind of was like, okay, I'm going to shuffle and move everything to this space. And since then, I've just continued to meet the most amazing women, and being a part of all of these journeys have been just a blessing. To have people come back and want to stay here again, like, warms my heart so much, so I want to say thank you. Yes, Miss Dahlia in the chat is coming back. This is going to be her third time in like a year. 3 times in a year, they say three times a charm. She's coming also for the San Miguel meetup and staying here. So if you check out the website, you can see that there are a few VIP passes where you'll be able to stay at Casa Elm. So it's really beautiful to have you all come back and to stay and to continue to meet each other, and also other people in the community. It's just a blessing. It's such a blessing. And the community is just growing by leaps and bounds in so many ways. And it's just really a beautiful thing to see. And I'm honored. I'm completely honored. Okay, I'm going to move on before I start. Anyway, with the next things for August, right? We have, we're doing Peace Not Pieces again if we get participants to sign up. Now, if not, I will postpone it to another date, but you already know a lot, if you've been following me, about Peace Not Pieces. And if you don't know the story and everything behind it, please go back into the Casa Elm YouTube channel and find some videos. You can find some shorts, and you can continue to find the live recaps of the retreats, and you can see what it's all about. It is healing through art. I want to kind of put this out there because I know it's going to happen. Okay, so Peace Not Pieces, right? I won't get into the whole story because a lot of you already know the story of how it was birthed, etc. I had 2 amazing women who were on last week to talk about their experience, And the facilitators that I work with, I just absolutely love them. But I do have one scheduled for August the 4th through the 10th. If it's something you are interested in doing, please do sign up. And if I don't get any sign-ups, I'm gonna have faith. If I don't, I'm okay with that because I've been going and going and going since December, and it's not slowing down too much between now and the end of this year. But the Peace Not Pieces retreat is healing through art. It is a time for women to really be in touch with themselves in so many ways, right? So what I want to add to that is that one of my facilitators, Gabby, who's amazing, she facilitates, and she's also a therapist. She works a lot with people using therapy through art or art therapy. And we were talking when she was here a few weeks ago. So I'm going to give you my ideas and thoughts first. So prior to all of that, and since I've been here, I've had this concept in my mind of wanting to bring in local artists that have art that kind of speaks to what we do here. What that is exactly, I don't know, but I know when I see it. And so in saying that, I've been talking and toying around with this concept and idea for a while. I've talked to the people who help me, this is what I want to have on the agenda for this year, for 2024. And we've talked about looking for even like some local college, high school kids possibly, or other artists that don't have a place to share their work to be able to have a space, Casa Elm, to display their art. And, if they want to sell it, then they could do that, et cetera, et cetera. Well, this is how the universe continues to bless, is when you say things, you think them through, and you kind of just share things with people, things happen, right? So I say that all the time in regard to if you want to have a change in your life, is to take that first step and to continue making an effort to walk forward into what is for you. So I was talking to Gabby. Gabby lives in another state, Michoacan, which is a few hours away, and she did recently an art exhibit with 30 women who created art that was based on their experiences, their forms of expression, for how they wanted to heal through these pieces and this artwork. And can I tell you, I'm getting goosebumps talking to you about it. I know you probably can't connect the same way as I am, but the pieces are just so incredibly moving and beautiful. And, we were just chatting, and I was telling her about my idea, and she reached out to me a few days ago and asked me, would I be interested in hosting these women at my home and having their art here. I have 30 pieces to choose from. I'm so honored. I was just like, of course, absolutely, yes, please bring it. So I'm just excited and so thrilled because I saw a few of the pieces. They've actually had an exhibit in 2 places already, and I believe they did one at her home where she lives, and they did one in an art gallery. So yes to that, right? I'm very excited about this. So the more, the merrier. Just keep bringing the good vibes, all of the good energy that keeps coming to Casa Elm. I am so grateful for it. I feel that it comes in all forms. It comes in every person who passes through my home, the good intentions, the well wishes. I appreciate you all so much. So I'm very excited about this, and I will tell you more. We're going to get together and talk about it, and we'll see how and what day and when. We're gonna make some room for that. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to, let's see. Let's see, Frederica was there for the month. But I understand why you have 3 stays at always. Aw, thanks you, Frederica. You know you're always welcome here. We had a good time. We had a good time. We had a good time. I miss you, my friend. And thanks for the well wishes. I get so many amazing, sweet messages, pictures, and comments. I got a nice message a couple days ago from April. She was on last week, and Iona. I mean, everyone. You all are just phenomenal. Like, you all are the sisters I never had. That's have to say. I have brothers, all brothers. You are the sisters I never had. So I appreciate you. Okay, so let's talk about 2 things in August, right? The first thing is redefining your life abroad. I am thrilled to be a part of this summit with Tracy, with Alan, with Dee, with Bobby, and Danielle. We are all living in San Miguel, and I think that that's important to observe. We all live here. We all live in Mexico, so we all have the experience of being foreigners, living abroad, living in Mexico, living in San Miguel. We all know each other, and this is something I want to share, how the community vibes are just continue to come together. And this is not just here. It's also happening in other parts of the world, right? It happens in Portugal, where we move abroad and we come together, right? And I was saying the other day to Francis, we were talking, and I said, this is what our ancestors did, right? I don't know where in the generation, timeline did we start becoming so like separate and so like not supportive of each other, not having that community mindset. I feel that clearly, all these new things in our lives, in our world, create separation in so many ways. But if I think about, the stories that I heard a little bit growing up from my parents and just how they lived in Jamaica, it's community, people are there for each other. And I feel that Mexico, at least in my experience, I don't know about other parts of the world, allows, and here in San Miguel, allows us to come back together, allows us to enjoy life, allows that feeling of competition and contention and strife and all the things, right, and stress, just the life stresses. I mean, we still have stress, okay? I don't want to make it sound like nothing happens here, right? Let's just keep it real. Things happen everywhere. But it's just kind of one of those things where you have constant access to being and feeling human. I always say that I feel human here. I feel that people acknowledge you, even if they don't know you, right? There's eye contact, there's a hello, there's a, how are you? ¿Qué tal? And I feel that the Mexican culture is so much this, and the Mexican culture basically comes together and rubs off on us in a positive way. So, in saying that, redefining your life abroad is an effort by 6 women that live here in San Miguel. And the concept is we want to talk about all the pieces that we are all experiencing in terms of living abroad, all of the things that we can share. For example, my topic will be having business, brick and mortar, being a parent. What is that like? Danielle as well. Tracy's going to talk about the entrepreneurial journey and women's health issues and things like this, and why and how living in this place has allowed her and so many of us to heal, right? To heal our bodies, to eat better food, to be more conscious, to get out and exercise. I know so many people that moved here, and women especially, and started walking, and you're inspired to eat better because the fruits are right here in your face every day, all day long, right? it's just a different way of life, you know. I mean, I drive a lot, but I like to get up in the morning and go walking. I love to hear all the birds going at it. I love what I get to see, what my eyes get to take in. I've always enjoyed walking. I walked in Florida when I lived in Florida. I walked wherever it was that I lived, I did some form of exercise. But here, there's something about it, very spiritual about the mornings for me that really just make me start my day off right, even when it's cold outside. You guys know, if you follow my videos, you know I did a few videos walking through the neighborhood and it was freezing cold and I was holding my phone so we can, yes. So when am I opening the restaurant so we can call only oxtails? Okay, I know for sure that is Elton. I know it. Yes, we will get to a restaurant. So let me talk about the whole concept again. So the summit is really and truly for you to figure out how to redefine your life. You can redefine abroad or how you could redefine it if you wanted to move abroad. So I think it's important for everyone to think it through, right? You still have to think it through. You can't just pick up and just say, "Oh, I'm moving because I got these I got these videos under my belt." No, there needs to be a plan, but there are so many of us here in the community that are doing it. We're not all retired. That's what I love so much right now about San Miguel is the demographic is changing to include a wider age range, a wider age gap. We have those that have already retired, and those ladies are amazing. They're doing their thing too. They're volunteering, they're cooking for a shelter or space that houses girls that are kind of in an orphanage kind of situation. There are people who are volunteering for Feed the Hungry organization. There are people like myself who are working hard. I like sing it 9 to 5. Don't let me get started. So the point is that you can find something else, or even if you do retire, there's like so many options for people to bring a skill of some sort. So that is the point of the summit, is to help people redefine what and how they would see their life, and all the communities. There's definitely so many things. There are so many parts and pieces to that. So if you haven't heard about it already, and I should have had this link already saved. Let me just see if I can pull it up, and I'll drop that in the chat. And as I said, in regard to the other things, let's see. I don't want to mess up my screen here. Okay, I think we'll still be on. Let me just find it, and then I'll put it in the chat for you. But what I wanted to say is, sometimes I think if you've worked for a company or a person the whole time, or you've worked in a capacity of a steady job and a paycheck, it is not easy to just get out there and do something else, right? It's not so we don't want to simplify that by making it sound like, oh, you could just do this and no big deal. No, it is really something that you need to think through, having the guidance, having people that you can say, okay, I like how they did that, or I like how they did this, and my idea somewhat meshes up with theirs, and to have each of those individuals be able to continue to help you grow into that idea. There's a plan that needs to happen. For example, Alum, she's going to talk about government contracts and things that can happen. Maybe you're working remote and you can get work in this capacity. I have a few friends here that were clients, and they're my good friends. And they've recently gotten some amazing online jobs, through Europe, and the possibilities exist, you know. It's just the doing the work, putting in the work, or figuring out what it is that you want to do. So I want to find the link so that I can drop it here. So I'm sorry I'm not prepared with that. In regard to restaurants, can I just tell you that's a yes. We definitely need some ethnic food. We need some ethnic food up in here. We definitely need that. Okay, hold on a second, you guys. We had so many things put out this week in regard to that. So I'm gonna try to find it and drop it in the chat. Sorry, I wasn't prepared with it. So, you know, in saying everything while I search is it's going to be a summit that I think will be a little bit special. It's going to educate you in so many ways and aspects on life in Mexico. It's going to be well-rounded. It's going to work for individuals who have already, you know, moved on to whatever they've moved on to. It's going to also work for anyone who has, hold on a second, who's thinking about moving and maybe hasn't made the move yet or doesn't really know exactly what they want to do. The whole nine, I think it's just important for us to sit down and think it through a little bit and figure out, like, okay, what works for me? So, okay, I'm looking through everything and okay, here it is. Get your early bird ticket. All right, I'm gonna drop that in the chat for you all. Just hang tight. Here we go. Okay, so there's that. That's my housekeeping for that. I'm very honored, like I said, to be a part of this. We are also planning another summit, which will happen this year, but it's going to be something different from this. So we'll make that announcement once everything is ready and prepared. So there's that. In regard to, I wanted to say this too, in regard to the meetup for October, I am also going to continue doing meetups in 2025. This is something I started last year, got all kinds of sidetracked, and I want to continue. So if you go to my recently launched website, which is my own website, it's Michelle Wedderburn, if you know how to spell my name, I'll put it in the chat. And you know, you can just carouse around. There's not a ton on it. It's just kind of something that I'm doing. I'm still Casa Elm, but I do have that just to have another space that's separate for me to be able to brand the things that I do. And if people are interested in having me as a guest speaker, anything like this, these are the pieces of advice that I've gotten from the marketing people in my life. So I created that. I actually had the URL from years and years ago. I just never used it. So I really hope that you guys will go there and follow me a little bit here and there. I will be building it out some more. I do have the event there, but the intention is to have it be a space where I talk about the things that kind of more directly relate specifically to me as a person. So feel free to check it out and give some kind comments if you'd like. Oxtail tacos. Okay, first I want to say I missed someone. Welcome, Dawn. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Let's see. Hey, Elton, if you're there, can you please drop the link or something to their concert? Okay, so we're doing, and I'll say we're very loosely, okay, Jackie Bouvier and Danielle, they're just amazing. They're on a mission to continue to bring our music to Central Mexico. So they've been doing concerts and everything. If you follow us online, you'll see I capture them when I can. If I'm around, if I'm there, I try to do a live. So in saying all of that, on June 1st, in honor of Juneteenth month and Black music in general because they love playing Black music here at all the restaurants and everywhere we go. They're going to have a whole day of the concert. I'm going to have a table, and yes, I will be selling those oxtail tacos. I was trying to back out of it, and they were like, you gotta make those tacos. I've made oxtail tacos once, and it was so good. But it's a lot of work because I gotta really get that meat so tender so that it's falling off the bones. Because, yeah, clearly I'm not gonna put the bones in the taco. So that is the intention. I'm actually considering also making jerk chicken pasta because I had jerk pasta in Jamaica and I'd never had it before. And can I tell you, oof, it was the bomb diggity. It was so, 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 so good. And I keep saying I'm going to make it at home. So I'm definitely going to pre-make it to see how it comes out, and then I'll prepare it for that day. So oxtail tacos, I'm going to keep it contained. Oxtail tacos, someone wanted me to make oxtail patties. I think the tacos are going to be more understandable by everyone because it's going to be a very diverse crowd, and I'm excited about that. It's going to be at the Fabrica Aurora, which is it's an amazing art gallery here, and there's a restaurant there, and so yeah. Hi Diane, welcome. Oh, I miss you. I miss you, my dear. Chef Michelle, yeah, let me put my chef hat on. It's going to be a lot because my relocation, I think, starts that day or the next day. I don't know. I just compartmentalize and everything. Yes, oxtail tacos with all the local toppings. I will probably do corn and flour tortillas. And I'm going to do all the toppings you would get at the market, cilantro chopped up and the onions chopped up. I have Sandra she's Mexican, love Sandra. She will be there to help me. She already started the logistics. She was like, oh, you don't need that. You just do this. And I was just like, oh, okay. So we're going to make it work. So my idea is to have the three things. Some sort of shrimp thing. I might do curry shrimp tacos, and then oxtail tacos and jerk chicken pasta, which is so good. It's in like a creamy sauce. So good. Okay, I'm going to refocus. I'm getting hungry and I'm thirsty, so I'm going to sip some water in a moment. Okay, so back to August. Again, you have the link to get into Redefining the Life Abroad. What I wanted to say, if Elton is still on, is to drop the link for the concert that they will have on the 1st of June. I think it's June 1st. And if there's like somewhere you guys can find it, it would be great. Yes, we love Sandra. Sandra's the lady that works at my house, and she's just amazing. She does everything. It's not just the housekeeping. She really is, I call her my house manager. She manages my house. And I'm saying it from a not my business because she doesn't speak English, but trust, if she could, she would take over. She's a little lady and she's just like, go. But she's very like handy, and so am I. I used to actually have a property service business in Florida, and can I tell you, I know how to work power drills and all kinds of tools. So I said one day Sandra and I are going to build houses together. All right, let me get back on topic. So the other thing that's happening in August is Jessie Felice Travel. Okay, you may not have heard of her. You may have. JessieFeliceTravel.com. She is coming here with a group. She's doing a full immersive experience. She teaches Spanish. Her program is called Spanish Swag, and she is someone who believes in teaching our children how to speak other languages, and her specialty is Spanish, and she is taking off. So she teaches online. She also teaches she lives in Detroit, I believe, because I can hear her saying Detroit, and she is so energetic and so funny. I love her. I haven't met her in person, but we've been in touch with each other for probably about 3 years. I brought an idea to her about the fact that I always wanted to have a group of younger people come through. Not that this is a younger crowd, but a group that focused on people having a cultural experience in another country. I'm in Mexico, because this is something I always wanted to do when I was in college. I had no examples of this, right? So in the world we live in now, we have examples around us that we can easily find on YouTube, that we can easily find on the internet that look familiar, right? For me, back in the day, I heard of the exchange programs, foreign exchange students going to other countries, but I knew no one who experienced this. This was in the 80s, right? It's too big to share? Okay. All right. Well, all right. Let us know where we can maybe find some info about it. If you look up, I think, Soul Fusion with Jackie, you might be able to find something. I just don't know if it's on Facebook, or I know they are on Instagram. So, all right. Maybe you can change it to a tiny URL, the little, you know how to do that. If you can, then just, yeah, drop it in the chat. So anyway, Jesse's bringing this group, and this is something that I support completely. So they're going to come here. They're going to have a full week of doing cultural things, all the way to salsa dancing. We're going out to the country to teach people how to make the traditional corn tortillas from scratch. And then we're going to have, like, it's going to be kind of a cooking class, but it's going to be very authentic Mexican, not, all fancy in a fancy kitchen with fancy. Nope, it's going to be like with just authentic. The space is authentic. Everything about it is authentic. But the point is they are going to be immersed into the culture of Mexico. It's not going to be served, that particular thing is not going to be served up on a fancy platter. So I'm very excited about it. I mean, we're going to be going way, way, way out, and we're going to basically, come with some locals that only speak Spanish, that are going to teach us how to make tortillas, the materials they use, how they press them out, the comal that they're gonna cook them on, and then we'll get to eat the things that we make. So they best be good. So I'm excited about that. They'll get to go salsa dancing. They're gonna get to do a lot of the local things, also go to the markets and practice the language. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, please go to her page, and I'm gonna type it here. Jessie Felice Travel.com. Okay, and I believe that's happening, let's see, I did a quick screenshot. That's happening August the 12th through the 18th. And the Redefining Your Life Abroad is happening on August the 10th and the 11th. Okay? So I already dropped the link so you can see more details. Get your ticket, okay? Get your ticket. This is going to be really an amazing rest of the year, rolling into 2025, staying grateful for life. Okay, what's happening up? What's coming next? If I missed anything, feel free to ask questions. Let's see, what else do I have here? We will have another free webinar. Okay, wait, hold on, double check. Oh, okay. Oh, Diane, your video was fine. Okay, so I want to say this. I had a couple people that made comments about my video, the audio is too low. They have to turn their volume all the way up. Okay, I'm sorry. But I'm going to say this, okay? For those of you who have actually stayed at my house, y'all already know that I am nonstop go, 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 okay? This is not an excuse. This is just me talking. This is real, okay? Real life. This is effort because I'm usually just like compartmentalizing every single thing. So, in saying that, when I record, oftentimes we're rushing. I happened to catch Diane on, she was sitting on the sofa, and I said, oh crap, let's get a quick video. Like she said, her van was outside, and I wanted to capture her because she was just so sweet and so amazing. I don't always capture everyone because I'm going, I forget, I have good intentions. A lot of times we're having fun, and I'm not pulling out my camera to, be invasive. We have dinners. We had like a couple ladies, I don't even know what going away thing it was, and we were dancing away. We had so much fun. Someone sent me some videos of it, and it was like I couldn't use them. Yeah, it was just not, gonna work. So my point is that I'm not sitting here and like, miking people up. Okay, sit down, let me put a mic on you. Yes, I should. I know I should. But honestly, I'm literally grabbing my phone and camera, and I'm like, okay, let's do a quick testimony. It'll be 1 to 2 minutes. Just tell me how your experience was, and let's keep it moving. So I hope that when you turn the volume up that you can hear it better. And I hope to get better in the future. But right now, there's a million and one other things going on, and I know I have a mic somewhere, but I don't even know if I can connect that mic to my cell phone where I record. So it is what it is, okay? So I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch. I hope you will continue to watch. Weird enough, I can hear it on my phone just fine at medium volume. So I think everyone's device is a little bit different. And because I'm not a production company, I am not always with the best equipment to capture everything. Like I just got the ring light, which is reflecting off of my glasses. I just realized that. Like a few months ago, I had one, it broke, and then I was literally using a lamp. So that's not my specialty. Even though I did videographer, I know how to edit. I can actually create movies if I needed to, but I don't have the equipment. So bear with me, please. Be patient, and I really hope, and I'll be more conscious of this in the future. So I just wanted to say that, and we're gonna keep it moving. Federica, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, we are all about peace, joy, tranquility, and decompressing and having fun. We had so much fun when Federica was here. We went to karaoke, and we also recently went to karaoke with another group after they left, and it was fun. It's fun. I don't realize I like to get up there and sing a little. I am a little bit like I like doing this. I can do this, but getting up to sing because there are so many good singers. Yes, we talked about that last week because April was fronting on us, and she got up there and she was just like singing away. And all of the ladies, Danielle, Jackie, who else? Taylor, who else got up there? Kat, she's kind of new to here. She got up there. I was like, oh, we were intimidating the whole restaurant. There was a whole table of us, and everyone got up there and sang. Well, most of us got up there and sang something. It was a lot of fun. So I just wanted to say that. Okay, so what's happening in September? So I think I covered August and Jesse and the Redefining the Life. You got the link for that. And I'm going to start winding down because I think I've covered what's happening for the year. Okay, 1 second. If you have questions, feel free to ask them. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so our September relocation tour is sold out. I wanted to say, I think I mentioned this. Okay, for this year, literally, I don't think we have any, except for June, we don't have any more relocation spaces. Sold out, okay? So we'll have more in 2025. But if you want a private relocation tour, I do offer that. I've had a few couples that did this. They came, they wanted to do this. So it is something that we do offer, but it comes at a premium. I'm just going to say that. And if you're okay with that, we can make it happen. If we don't have space here and you want to stay elsewhere, we can still make all of the things that are included in the presentation. We can also make it happen. So you just need to reach out to us and tell us what your dates are, and then we can take it from there. It probably will be a bit different from my group relocation tours, because when you're here at the house, there's a lot more included. I'm here, there's food, there's get-togethers and things like that, okay? So I just wanted to put that out there, that we are completely, except for June. I think June we have 2 spaces, but the next one is in September, sold out, and the one after that is in November, and as of right now, I believe it's sold out, I believe. There might be one space, but I know that someone that canceled wanted to take that space possibly in November, so we may or may not have a space. So there's that. But if you are interested, just reach out, and if you want to really know, you can reach out and do that. Like I said, we have a sabbatical in October, and it says October 1st through the 31st, but I know that I believe that's gone now. If there is a space, I think there might be one. Okay, the other thing I wanted to share is this is only a 1-day event, and that's Dia de los Muertos, which is Day of the Dead. It's a huge traditional way to honor your loved ones that have gone on before you. And this happens on November 1st and 2nd of every year. It's a Mexican, I don't like to call it a holiday, but it is celebrated somewhat of a holiday, but it is a tradition where Mexicans honor the people that have passed in their lives. And the last 2 years, actually 3 years. So the first year that I did this, it was kind of low-key at my house. It turned into more than low-key. This is where I used to live. I invited friends, we got a makeup person or 2, and they came and they did our Katrina face, etc. So again, for those who follow me, you can find those past experiences on my YouTube channel, at least little clips, or maybe on the Facebook page. And then the following year, we did it in, so let's see, we're in 24. So we did this in 2022 at Casa Elm, and it was beautiful. And, I really wanted to incorporate not just a fun aspect, which of course for us is like get our face done, you pick your Katrina, you can use Pinterest, you can get dressed or whatever. But it was the gathering again, and we were about 13 women, I believe, mostly, and my son. It's always stuck with us. I called everyone his aunties, or, his aunties. And last year was also equally beautiful. It was amazing for me because so many people came again to participate, and unfortunately that was the morning that my dad passed. So it's going to be a day that I will remember for the rest of my life. And the support that I felt that day and everything that was tied into what the day was about and the meaning of the day, it was just incredibly moving, And it was interesting because although I was very sad, I felt that I had like the spirits of our ancestors in my space and in my life. And each of us had someone that we lost, or multiple people. And there's a section out of our day where we have the fun, but we talk, and we have a whole table with all of the people that we've lost, picture of them or something symbolic for them. it was just beautiful. So the mistake that I made was having our makeup done before we did this session because we were all crying and bawling and we're like trying to dab our faces so we don't have white streaks of makeup coming down our face and everything. And the point is that it was just very emotionally supportive and it made the day feel so much more important. So in saying that, we're doing it again. I'm going to do it again. And that will happen on November the 2nd. So if you happen to be here in San Miguel, I don't know if I'll have space here because I think we're pretty packed and sold out on November the 2nd. However, if you're in San Miguel and you want to spend the day with us for that, we will be doing it again. You can also find that. And then finally is the location tour. And finally is the house will be available in December and probably half of January, potentially could be full January, meaning if you want to come, because I've had a few people who've expressed wanting to take over and rent the whole house because they want to bring family and friends and whatever. So I'm at a first come, first serve. If anyone is interested in being here for the holidays, please just reach out to us. You can send us an email and let us know via email, either basically info@casaelm.com. Federica, thank you. I love that green dress. I have not worn it. I only wore it for the photos and I haven't worn it since. Maybe I'll wear it to brunch, the next brunch, because the brunch that we're gonna do in June is actually gonna be at a water park. So that's gonna be probably a little bit, I won't say family oriented, but it's going to be, yeah, we won't be dressing up necessarily in long green dresses. So maybe I'll wear it in May to the next brunch. But yeah, I love that dress. It was the inspiration for the photo shoot, which led to everything else. So there's that. If you have any questions, please let me know. I think I covered most of the things, everything actually. I hope I don't get off and say, oh crap, I forgot this. I'm just gonna look at my notes, but I'm pretty sure I covered everything. Yeah, pretty sure. So, anyone have anything else for me? Thank you for coming. I love my audience. I love you guys because I feel that you come here and I know you, right? I know a lot of you, or a lot of you that I haven't met yet are planning to come. So I appreciate that a lot. I hope this continues to grow as well. And I keep forgetting, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed already. Yes, it just makes all of these efforts and being on so much more uplifting in my spirit to get here and sit down and talk to you, because I'm just talking to a camera right now. So it's always nice to see you in the chat. So I appreciate you so much. If you don't have any other questions, I am going to, let's see, Casa Elm brings you peace and quiet. Yes. Casa Elm is a vibe, okay? I'm just going to tell you all that. It is a vibe. It's a vibe. And it's not just a vibe because of me. It really is a vibe. I am slowly adapting that, adapting to the things that people have said to me. And those things are you're building community, you're a community builder, which you can see on my website. You're a healer, and a healer not in the sense of, the shaman or the doctor, but the healer of, I think, dreams, and the healer of people who want something different in their world or their life. And I hope that my story continues to inspire anyone that passes this way. I love to feed you. So if you're interested in staying at Casa Elm, please go to casaelm.com and book a space. You can do it on your own, or you can reach out to us. We do have a lot of things coming up, so if you don't see what you need, just write us. Don't give up. Don't quit, okay? All right, guys. Have a great rest of your week, and I will be back next Wednesday. I'm not exactly sure who's on tap to be with me or to get on with me, so we will see, and continue to look out for all the things that have to do with the events that are coming up. I send out messages on email. There's stuff online. There's going to be more and more. I've decided I'm going to put the bulk of my things on YouTube because that's where you all are and it works. And I'm just going to put stuff there. So if you see a 30-second video, just watch it. 1-minute video, a 10-minute video, just watch it. I'm just going to start putting all my things over there because I'm not a TikToker. I do not like Instagram. And Facebook, I just post stuff there randomly. So there's that. Hi, LaTanya. Oh, thank you. Well, thank you for joining us. Yes. I'll put your business out there either. But yes, you can watch me on the replay and just go back. I'm here at 6 my time, which is now 9:20, I think. 7:20, 8, 9, 9:20 Eastern Standard, and it's 9:20 Eastern Standard, 8:20 Central US. This is 7:20 for me here in Mexico, and then it's 6:20 on the Pacific. Okay, so thank you so much for coming through. Join us again next week if you have any questions or anything that you want to know in regard to San Miguel. And as I said, join us on May the 20th. You can sign up for the relocation webinar. That's a great place to learn about how to get and live in Mexico, San Miguel de Allende, and everything you want to know in regard to, not everything, but a lot that you want to know about traveling, packing, what's the city like, and et cetera, et cetera. Okay, we do those. So check out casaelm.com for more, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and everyone have a fantastic rest of your week and be blessed. Ciao. Oh.